Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Transformers Friday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Transformers Studio Series 86 Transformers the Movie Core Class Steeljaw. Let's get into it! Let's begin with a look at the packaging. And here you see we've got a nice tall piece of card here on the top. It's got the peg hole punched out on it. Came that way. Karatomi Generations. Got some nice artwork of Steeljaw there with Autobot City in the background. Studio Series. The Transformers the Movie. And on the front here we've got, plastic free packaging almost. They don't call it that anymore, but that's basically what it is. Transformers, Studio Series Steeljaw, and he's an Autobot. And there's another Autobot symbol. The Transformers, the movie, ages 8 and up, Hasbro print. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, made in Vietnam print. Symbols I'm not going to learn. And I was going to say a barcode. There's no barcode there. Autobot, Studio Series, Core Class. There it is again in some other languages. It's more of that nice artwork of Steeljaw. And there it is again, authentic. On the back, Transformers the Movie transforms in 6 steps. And here's both modes. And then with the weapon, Steeljaw. He's an Autobot. Includes figure and 5 pieces. Warning, attention, Octoon. Don't stick things in any language pie hole that do not belong there. Don't give it to babies. Small print, fine print, legalese print, made in Vietnam print. Symbols I'm not going to learn. Hasbro print, and a barcode. That, my friends, covers the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure in his alt mode and his accessories. And first up, we have the handy dandy instruction manual. Studio Series 8 and up. The Transformers the Movie Steeljaw Generations Transformers. And then on the inside we have nice, clear illustrations that are easy to follow. And with this guy being a core class, of course, there's not a whole lot going on as far as transformation. I think it was only 5 steps, 4 steps, something like that. So here we have this piece, which is like a giant speaker radar dish blasting thing, which I think may work with blaster as well, but I'm not sure. I'll have to try that out and see. But it does look like it's got some nice goldish paint app on it. Yeah, it looks like it's molded in this like yellow plastic, and then this is all paint app, which is very nice. They could have used the swirly twirly plastic on it and decided not to. Here's the piece that goes with that speaker in order to mount it on to Steeljaw. And we'll really get more into that as we get into the robot mode, because you can't really store it on him in this mode. But the way I think it goes is it's got a little tab here. It's got the little slot right there. And you put those pieces together, and it's got a post right here. And then when he's in his robot mode, he does have a port on his back. So there's those pieces. And this is the, without that weapon piece on him, this is the piece you use. It has his tail, and then it's got some wings with some guns on them as well. And they port into that same port on his back. So you can't use both of these pieces together. You have to use one or the other. So there is that. Now let's take a look at Steeljaw himself. And come on guys, would it have hurt you to put one more little paint app on this guy, really. Come on. So, you know, it sort of kind of looks like a cassette. It would look a lot better if this wheel would have been painted too, but it's got the little window in here even so. Nice attention to detail there. On this side, you know, it's, you know, these two pieces get painted. That don't matter because that goes on the inside when he's inside blaster in tape mode. And it's got a nice Autobot tampo there. For the most part, it looks like this is all molded in the correct color plastic. This may be a paint app, but it's hard for me to tell whether it's a paint app or if the plastic is just molded in that color. And I think it's probably molded in that color. And you can see maybe here that, you know, it's slightly different colors. Now in the instructions they do show it's like, oh, this is a way dark color, but it's not. So there you have it, my friends. There's a look at the figure and his accessories in alt mode. It's time for alt mode comparisons, and here all the way in the front we have Transformers Studio Series 86 Core Class Steeljaw, with all the way in the back Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Kingdom Voyager Class Blaster, who comes with eject. And then we have the Legacy Rewind, who comes with twin cast. For our final set of alt mode comparisons, here we have the Transformers Studio Series 86 Core Class Steeljaw with the Transformers Titans Returns Legends Class Bumblebee and the Amazon exclusive Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Generation Selects Earthrise Leader Class Alternate Universe Optimus Prime. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the comedy portion of our show where I attempt to transform this Transformer. And his bits and bobs are out here too. I'm going to sweep them off to the side for just a minute because we don't need them for the actual transformation. But when we get finished, we are going to need them. So, first off, you want to start with the cassette side, I suppose. And the two halves of the head, you want to flip out as far as they'll go, and you'll notice there's a port here and there's a post here. And then once you have those out, there's hinges right here and here, and you just line them up. There's also a tab right here. And then once you have that done, right here on this hinge, you want to move that all the way up. Then I want to say the next thing you do is point these pieces down, and that's the gun and the leg. And then you can sweep these forward, and they're on a hinge right here. And then there's a little bit of rotation right there. And then as far as the guns go, move them backwards and flip them all the way around like that, and do that on both sides. And you'll kind of feel there's a stop for them. So now that's the base of it done. You have a couple of options there after that. You can put these wings with the tail on it, and these move a little bit, but we'll get into that later. So there's that. Or, and the way those hook on, there's a port right here, post right here. And then the other thing you can do is put this piece on. You'll notice there's also a tab right here that they both of these pieces hook into, and you want to use this side. Well, I'll say that's what you do. I know that's what you do. You just have to make you do it. So once you get that piece on there, Then you take this speaker or sonar, I'm going to say it's a speaker, and you'll find here there's a slot right here, and then there's this tab right here, and that is how they fit together. And there you have it. He's all weaponed up there. That's it, my friends, for transformation. Let's take a look at the figure and the accessories. And, you know, this is how this fits on here. And I don't particularly like this piece on here. It looks odd to me. I like the other piece with the tail. I think that looks more like it should. About everything I said in the tape mode as far as deco goes, you know, that applies to this. You got this deco, you got this deco, you got tampos on both sides of the head. The eyes are painted. We didn't get to see that earlier. The teeth, the bottom teeth there are painted, the top teeth there are painted. And that's pretty much it for the deco. As far as articulation goes, I guess you can kind of say he can look down like that. Maybe he's drinking some liquid energon. I don't know. And then the front legs, they'll move forward that far. They'll move back about that far before this stops the hinge. The guns, I think they're pretty much meant to sit that way, but you can tilt them up a little bit. They won't go down as such, and you can see it has some physical stops on it. So, but you know, it'll twist all the way back into position to transforming back. As far as the back legs go, you know, they'll kick straight out and they'll kick forward about that far. So not a whole lot as far as articulation goes. And these wing pieces are separate pieces from the rest of this. You can tell there's a little bit of color difference there, and I think that's on purpose. But this is the piece that's going to stay on mine. And again, you see the tab right there at the back of the head, and it kind of, you know, just sits with that, and it posts right into place. And there you have it, my friends. There's a look at Steeljaw and his accessories. For our final set of robot mode comparisons, here we have the Transformers Studio Series 86 Core Class Steeljaw with the Transformers Titans Returns Legends Class Bumblebee and the Walmart exclusive Netflix Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy Earthrise Leader Class Optimus Prime. It's time for my favorite part of a Transformers review, robot mode comparisons. And here on the front row, we have the Transformers Studio Series 86 Core Class Steeljaw with eject and rewind. Doesn't come with those. Then we have Studio Series 86 Core Class Frenzy Red and Rumble Blue. And in the back, Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Kingdom Voyager Class Blaster, who comes with eject, rewind, comes with Legacy Twin Cast. And of course, Rumble and Frenzy are sold separately. For final thoughts on the Transformers Studio Series 86 Core Class Steeljaw, I have to say it's a neat little guy. If you want another tape for your blaster, you know, this is You know, it's pretty much your only. You got eject, you got rewind, and you got Steeljaw out so far. So maybe they'll give us some more. I would really like that. That would be cool. And you know, other than that, it's, you know, minimally articulated. It transforms okay. It really needed one more paint app to make it a great looking cassette mode. But they opted not to do that. This is how mine is going in my display. I'm not going to put the big weapon on his back. I don't like the way that it looks. And I'm sure somewhere in the lore it's, you know, in there. I just don't ever remember having seen it. Certainly not in the comic books, the Marvel comic books, which is my Transformers Bible. And so if you're looking for a neat little cheap, and I say cheap as in inexpensive, not cheaply made. It feels pretty sturdy. But if you really want another cassette for your blaster, your twin cast, here you go. Go ahead and pick it up. It's decent. It's not fantastic, but it's Core Class. It's probably the last Core Class that I will be picking up, because Hasbro is for some reason ending Core Class, and I'm sure they're going to replace it with something else that's probably even smaller. But that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I am now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content or just help the channel grow, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.